All right, guys. Just got off a live YouTube call, which was amazing. I think I have the best group of traders around. It's amazing. Seriously, I'm very grateful. And just hearing guys, before I get into this new indicator, a new person that joined our community last week, or just maybe over the weekend, maybe he caught this trade from 03 to 58. So that was a daily GAN to GAN trade. He was done. I think he made like 2K. So that was like amazing. And you can see how this new indicator, which isn't that new because I do have, for the founding members, they have access to this set of indicators. But I do have a new set, which are a little more robust, have a little more logic, a little more effort. And not that these aren't, I mean, this was hundreds of hours too, of course, but this set is really, really clean. Basically, as you see here, this set has the signals, and then I guess this would be better here. So you have this elite GAN. I covered a video about that earlier, and then of course the cornerstone, which is the GAN levels, which are set at daily. You can have them set for any time frame you want. I just like the higher time frame. And then of course we have the Pro, which is kind of cool for entries, but you don't really need that. But it's kind of cool tool to help you manage trades. And then this video is really about the NQ GAN Scalper Pro. And yes, it's built for NQ, optimized, but I'll probably have a version that's just more robust for all other assets, but I mean it does work for any asset, honestly. It's just slightly optimized for NQ. And as you can see, really you don't need anything. If you have a level, and what it does, well actually I'll break it down even more. Basically, let's just break it down just like it's very simple here. It's almost like crayons in essence, right? If this is red, you short. If it's blue, you go long. So when you have these magical lines, as I call them, the GAN levels, when you combine the magical GAN line with this volume node, which I call, this is part of the Scalper Pro, you go long. And you can go from shooting from GAN to GAN if you want, or you can be less aggressive and you can go from GAN to the midpoint, or just GAN up to here. I mean, you're not going to always get in your price right here anyway, but just so you'll get in here, your risk will be about here, and you can see how often does this happen throughout the night. So let's just kind of go back to the very beginning at the overnight, and it's pretty awesome how you can just scalp levels and do it with a plan of action, and you can kill it over and over again. So you started off the day, you get a volume one. So actually in this case you actually might, let's say you got in here, you actually lost, okay? So you start off with a small loss, let's just say. But then again, this is overnight. So that's the chop fest time typically, but there are some moves. So let's say, okay, so if you go short here, okay, well you just lost again maybe, but then you go short, you're good. Yeah, you'd ignore this because this would only be validated if this is above the line. So you maybe lost. Well, I guess you wouldn't even count this one, depending on where your stop was. But let's just pretend that you lost 2 in a row. Well, if you took this one, look at that. This big trade down to this GAN level would have more than compensated for all the couple losses you took. So let's say you're up now. Now you're waiting here. You'd go long. Well, then likely you lost there again because that's just the way it came back down. But this is the choppiest time to trade. So now let's say you get back long here. It came back down. If you had your stop in the right spot, you'd be okay. You'd be taking some heat. But then, you'd be waiting for a long time because you're in the wrong time of day to be trading personally. You get a little more confirmation this is going to work out. This is in the middle, so these aren't validated. Finally, you actually get in the money, and you're okay. I mean, you could actually take profit. And then this is all overnight, boring, boring. Finally, you actually do get GAN to GAN. And now by the time it's like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, you're just kind of waiting here. You could have shorted here. But let's just say you would have been stopped out for break even there. You didn't get a good signal to short, even though this would have been a nice, you're watching it, you're like, it can't break 09. But let's say you waited and you got in. This is where it's tricky. But maybe you call this a watch because I like to have it closer. So maybe you just sit on your hands. So you're waiting, bounces back up, now you're getting a little closer with a signal. So you can scalp down there. You can't really, that's not the best long because it's in the middle of the box, as I say, middle of the range of the daily GANs. And then you can see here, maybe you get a loss here because you don't know the future. You're kind of playing off these levels, so you know what, you lose here. You take that short here, let's say you do. Even though I'd like to see price below the GAN, but let's just say you made a mistake and you take that short, well, you lost, okay. Then you go long here because you're above, so you're going to shift gears and you go long. So actually you're good. You're going to have to wait this one out, but you're long and you're still long, you're long. And then finally, at the market open, it taps, it gets to like 120, 1 to 16. And then like NQ does, it just snaps right down at the open. And look, you get an awesome short. You could have shorted right here at this 72, down to this GAN level. If you miss that one, it retraces to 03. And then you scalp down again. And if you're wrong at 10. But anyway, so in this case, you're right. Playing the signals, scalp down to 58. And then you had room to even scalp for 58 down here, but this snapped up pretty quick. So if you didn't take profit brackets in, you likely lost or just broke even. And then you can see here, you could have taken a little short there, scalped a little bit there, likely break even though if you're holding. But then look at this now. You go long here, long, good money there. Not really good signal there. Better signal here, you can scalp back down. You can scalp up, but you're bouncing around. Maybe you took a loss or you're still in it. Then look at this. Look at this trade now. Long right off there, up to almost there. So you're in the money. You cash out. You're done. So, I mean, it's just a freaking awesome way to trade. So, really, it's like a lot of these little, these are just volume nodes basically, right? It's just, this is where buying pressure is. This is where selling pressure is. I mean, you're on a 1 minute chart, so you have to take it with a grain of salt a little bit. But when you're playing levels and you add it with the confirmation, you got it's pretty easy. You could train any kid. Oh, hey, when it gets to this level and you get a volume thing, go long. I don't know how much more simple you can make it, right? Look, this one's a little trickier because it doesn't all we get to 03, but it's been battling 03 all day, so that's where you have to kind of be, you know what, you can scalp a little bit. Or if you don't like it, then you just sit on your hands. I mean, a million ways to do it. But you can see that would have worked though. It came up, you get in here, and look, you're in the money. It doesn't always work like that, but a lot of times it does. And that's where you either you do micros or 1 mini. You can trade all day long off these levels. It's just like magic. So that's where you have a plan in place. I know some people in my group, if they win 2 trades and for a win, they're done for the day. You know what I mean? They don't tempt fate. They just cash out. Others might, you know what? You trade a couple micros, and I've had days where I'm just doing 5 micros, and I just kind of trade slowly all day long, and magically I'm up like $1,500. You know what I mean? Like you don't have to like do a 10 lot and make 10K or whatever. I mean, you could if you had the right account, but like if you're smart about it, you can be and have a plan. You can trade all day long with these levels and just scalp away. I mean, it's beautiful action today. I mean, so if you're a level trader, like you can learn how to trade trends. You can learn how to trade chop. Some people be like, oh man, this market sucks. It's going up, it's going down, it's going up. Well, if you're a level trader, you're like, hell yeah, it's going up to a level, sweet. It's going down a level, I'm waiting for confirmation, it's going back up. Like, chop is your friend. in a way, if you know what you're doing. Like, I don't like serious chop where, like, you know, the open can be kind of crazy, but this kind of ranging market, oh, it's beautiful to trade when you have the, you know, the guideposts to help you. So anyway, that was just a quick video on my new indicators. You can get this whole suite of indicators for $25 a month. So, like some traders are saying, it's like giving it away. Yeah, right now it is. And I down the road, I might be upping a little bit, but I'll never be like the highest priced indicator because I don't want to be. I want to help, you know, help as many traders as possible, like 1 billion of you. Just kidding. Anyway, take care. I'll see you in the next video.